Hello, my beautiful Leo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-April right through to mid-May 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who's coming in towards you. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know regarding their singles status at this time? Can you please guide them, show them the way? Who is coming towards them? Can you please show how things will change for them in the future regarding their single status? So the first card there is the House. Okay, so this can indicate that you're focused on your stability at this time. A lot of you may have felt that you've been in the home space a lot more than usual. So it can be that you're planning outings or you're trying to, get connected to events or things outside of your home space, but also I'm going to have to tap into this energy. Some of you may have been looking at online dating or perhaps contemplating, putting yourself, oops, I think they want that card. Yes, they do. Putting yourself on some sort of app or something that you can actually do in the home space to connect to people outside of your usual parameters. This may be just a thought at this time, but we will tap into that in a moment. I definitely see there with the horse in the resistance position, you feel that your love life is pretty stagnant. It's static at this time, but looking at the outcome energy, I do see that there is going to be a social activity where you meet a person that you'll literally cozy up to. I feel like there's going to be a potential for you to meet someone new, and it's not too far away. So we'll tap into that energy now in a moment. But your first card there is the House, okay? Now, the House, as you can see in this particular card, it's literally on top of a hill. So it can indicate right now you feel very removed from the dating scene, or perhaps you removed yourself from the dating scene because you have responsibilities. A lot of you may have responsibilities in the home space, either with your family or perhaps, children, for example. But this card, it can indicate that, you're looking at structure in your life right now. You're a very private person. Sometimes it is a bit of a misconception that Leos, they're shining their light all the time. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a rest from society. It gets a little bit too peoply out there sometimes, so you may need to withdraw, especially if you are trying really hard to make life run smoothly for you at this time. I mean, number 4 is also an energy of taking ownership of your circumstances. It's about connecting to beauty routines. It's about really kind of like detoxifying and really focusing on self-care. So a lot of you may have been in this mode for the last couple of years or even the last couple of months. But I do see here with this card that, you're looking for a stable relationship and you're creating a foundation to allow love to come on in. So right now I see you prioritizing your own needs and trying to focus on your prosperity. And of course, the horse, it is in the resistance position. So you haven't met anyone new. Well, whoever I'm picking up on the energy right now, you haven't met anyone new who really sparks your attention, shall we say. You may feel that right now things are static or at a stalemate, that there's no movement forward, because of course the rider, it is number 1 in the, LENORMAND deck, and it can indicate some sort of like new person, like a visitor arriving into your life, but you feel like there's no one out there right now. There's no movement basically in your love life. So I definitely see this is going to go into the upright, because anything that's in the resistance position, it does turn in your favor. And this can indicate that you are about to meet someone new. And I feel like you travel outside your usual parameters to where you meet this person. I feel there's a social event coming because you do have the birds card, and this can indicate either an invitation. I mean, for some of you, it's some sort of travel, but I do actually feel more than anything that there's some sort of event where you have to take a different route than your usual route. Okay, that's something that's coming out very strongly there. When I get this card and I touch it, I feel that, of course, it's a new person who comes into your life, but I also feel there's someone you already know who has a crush on you. I'm going to pull a quick card on this. I'm not going to focus on it too much because right now I feel like you're not interested in this person in a long-term relationship, okay? But I do get this sense that for some of you, especially with the House and the Rider card, it can indicate that suddenly there's going to be a flurry of activity very shortly in your life regarding like events and invitations. And, you know, for some of you, this could be that, you know, you're joining something in your neighborhood. It could be a community event that you're going to connect to, and actually you're invited to something as a byproduct of that. So if you're currently like searching for your soul tribe, or you feel very isolated, or you feel it's really challenging to meet anyone right now, I actually see you connecting to something really fun that you're doing for you, and you're going to meet new people, like-minded people. But I see an invitation. And for some of you, I'm getting a very small energy for some of you that like 6% of you may get some sort of reunion invitation. Either it's like a, you know, an invite to like a reunion at a college facility, or perhaps, you know, an old working environment, or maybe even a neighborhood that you used to frequent. But I'm just getting like 6% of you like reuniting with people that you used to know is what I'm seeing. But for the rest of you, I feel more than anything, you could be doing something with a friend or with a group of people, an activity where you meet someone really special. Yeah, the Moon card. Your friend has hidden feelings for you, okay? They're a little bit confused about their feelings because they don't actually want to cross a line and kind of, you know, miss out on your friendship. You know, this person, they feel very deeply about you, but I actually see that both of you don't want to cross a line. You may know who this person is. This person, you know, they always look out for you. They're always checking in to see if you're okay, sending you little bits and pieces to remind you of their presence because they like being close to you. But at the same time, with the Moon energy, this can indicate that they're scared to cross the line, or, you know, they're not being true to themselves. And it's not that they're lying to you. It just feels like they see you as really independent. They see you as someone who is like everything that they wish they could have in a relationship, but there's something preventing them. And for some of them, it's fear, okay? But it could also indicate that they're going through a bit of a transformative time in their life, and they don't want you to be brought into any disruption. But looking at the energy, they can see that you have feelings for them, but they think it's only friendship, okay? So if you know who this person is, which I feel like you do, intuitively you kind of know who this person is. We got the Page of Swords, we got the Nine of Pentacles, yeah. So there's a sense of independence that came out. Nine of Pentacles is like, you know, you're having a glow up in your life. They see you as someone who can attract the best person out there, and this person may have low self-esteem or low confidence. They feel like they are like not the best person for you. So I'm not sure why that's coming out, but it is. But, you know, the Page of Swords, you know, they are always looking out for you. This person, I would be a little bit mindful of this person as well. If you know exactly who this person is, when you meet a new person, because pages tend to mean like new energy, when you get talking to a new person, I would just say, like, be mindful of soundboarding with this friend of yours how they feel about this new person, because they may put a little bit of a negative spin on it, because, you know, although they're a friend, I feel like they're a little bit wounded when you move on, or when you move and meet someone new, okay? So that's just coming out. Just be a little bit mindful there. I don't feel like they're going to block you, but they start to get scared, and it's human nature to feel this fight or flight kind of mode. So either they withdraw from you and they're like, I can't deal with this, or, you know, they try to put a negative spin on like a new relationship. Trust your intuition when you meet someone new, because I feel the person you meet who's new is actually for you. Okay, I feel a soulmate energy. I mean, 9 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords tells me that perhaps at some point you thought, is there chemistry between you and your person? I mean, your friend, okay? And with that Moon energy, it can be that sometimes there's a little bit of will they, won't they, but really it kind of dissipates into nothing, because I feel both of you actually don't want to cross a line, and you won't. I feel like you're going to be talking to someone new, so that's coming out there strongly. I mean, your outcome energy is the Owls, and this represents you knowing more about yourself and being prepared for love. But also, as you can see, there's 2 beautiful little owls there. I definitely see here that there is a high level commitment on the horizon for you. You know, the owls and the birds, they can represent a restlessness that you feel something needs to change. And that's why I feel like some of you are taking action to transform your circumstances. Because if you always remain in the home space, especially if you're not going like online dating or connecting to apps, for example, or even meeting people on social media platforms, it doesn't have to be that you're looking for love on a social media app or, you know, a dating app. It can be that you're joining a forum of people who, you know, are interested in the things that you're interested in, and you build rapport with someone. But if you're not doing those things, this card is like there has to be change. There has to be some sort of effort to move forward. So I'm not pointing a finger at you, my beautiful Leo. Of course, when the moment is right, you will take action. But I actually feel some sort of invitation based on you doing something that excites you. Some of you, it's going to be traveling. I see that you're going to meet a person that you'll settle down with, okay? Now, this reading is for the next 6 weeks, so I would say there could be some communication going on, like a flirtation. I'm actually seeing in the water all these like bubbles. Okay, thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. I'm being corrected by my guides. I've been told they're not bubbles, they're molecules. Okay. Okay, thanks so much. I'm truly grateful. So I'm guessing like chemistry. That's the energy I'm being given right now. Chemistry between you and a person, molecules. Either this means that symbolically either you or this person have some sort of connection to science, or perhaps this is about like having the missing ingredients that you're looking for. I'm not really sure how else to decode it. I'm going to leave that image there. I can only give you what I can see, okay, and what I can hear when it comes through. But let's get to your Celtic cross and see who is coming in towards you and what is going on there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know regarding love right now? We got the Death card. Yeah, things are at a stalemate, but something needs to change. We've got the end of a cycle there as well. This is your starting position. So this basically means that you are breaking old habits or releasing anything that, you know, you feel hinders you. A deep period where you process some challenging emotions, cathartic time for you, so that you can make room for a greater experience in love. That's something that's definitely coming through. We have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm loving that. So again, it highlights that there hasn't been movement in your love life for a while. You probably don't need me to tell you that, otherwise you wouldn't be coming to this reading, of course. You're looking for long-term relationship, whoever is watching this, because, you know, the House card is your starting card. So this means that, you know, you're hoping to build a life with someone, that you can take that journey of life and love with them and walk home together, you know? So I feel, look at this. You've got aces all over the place. You've got Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Ace of Wands. That actually means chemistry with you and a person. So I'm very excited about this. Let's get to what is going on in your past position. We've got Wheel of Fortune, but it's a card of reflection, okay? So it can be that, you know, you're looking at the experiences you had in love. You're looking at your purpose path. You know, you're focused on basically prioritizing your own needs, and that's something that came up in your overarching energy. We got the Four of Pentacles. As I said, taking ownership. You're saving yourself for the one there, building stability. You may feel that it's been a bit of a sparse environment, that every time you've decided to peek outside and see if anyone is sparking your interest, you're like, nope. So it has been challenging there. Nine of Pentacles. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles is coming up again. So this highlights that my guides are right on the money when it comes to you being very independent. You're called to enjoy your single life at this time, to really prioritize what you love, fall in love with your life, focus on like building prosperity, get out into nature. I mean, yeah, 8 of Pentacles. So this is to basically make some repairs in life, whether these are emotional repairs, whether these are, you know, periods where you focus on like your sense of purpose or your fate, your destined path at this time. But you are going to be talking to someone new. I can see it already. There's a new person coming on into your life. But I wanted to just highlight why you've been single at this time. Sometimes we're put on pause on purpose in order to refocus the energy, the love, the devotion, the care, and the nurturing, healing support into ourselves and our own life, so that we don't have to share our lives with another at that moment. Because sometimes, you know, people can be overgivers, and I feel like you are someone with a beautiful heart, and you may have overgiven at some stage in your life. We've got the Chariot card, change and movement forward, and the Magician. So this indicates, you know, you are refocusing your energy into doing things that bring joy, so that you can put yourself in a path to meet someone new. And I definitely see that's going to happen for you. Your first card is the Death card, and why that's so exciting is because it is the end of something. It's the end of being single. So I definitely see here with this Death card that you may be looking at things that have played out in past relationships that are old and familiar. So if you've been meeting different people but the lesson has been the same, or you've been having the similar experiences with people and it always ends up in the same way, I feel like you're doing something differently this time. Thanks so much, I'm so grateful. Interesting. We've got 2 aces here, okay? And I've just got a song come through. It's a very famous song by Madonna. You know, I think it's from the 90s. I'm not sure, though. I'd have to look that up. Don't go for second best, baby. Okay, that's all I'm getting of it. It was just a burst. I thought I was going to get more lyrics to it, but it was such a burst, okay? This is by Madonna, as I mentioned. You may hear this song just before you meet a new person. So it could be a signpost, or it could be you go to an event and it plays and then suddenly you meet the person, or it can be that you like hear this song as you're walking down the sidewalk. Maybe it plays in a car as it drives past you, or it's in the mall, or maybe it's even on your play shuffle and you're like, that's not there. Normally, I don't listen to that music normally, so it may just pop out the blue because you're meant to hear it. Okay, so listen out for that song. I mean, don't go for second best, of course. I mean, because we got 2 aces there, it could be that, I mean, the Ace of Pentacles can indicate a safe bet, okay? And of course, the Ace of Wands is something more exciting. It's something with a lot more chemistry. So, I mean, it looks like you may have options. I mean, the Chariot card can indicate directional gauge. So there could be someone you meet in the next 6 weeks where you're like, they're kind of nice. But, you know, there's something a little bit amiss here. Something like maybe it's chemistry. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the molecules that I saw earlier. So you may have to let someone down, is what I'm seeing. Okay, you may have to let someone down gently that actually you're going to focus on yourself at this time, but I feel like you're going to meet someone straight after, okay? Now, of course, if you're meeting someone and they're ticking all the boxes and the chemistry is off the charts and everything's going smoothly, then of course, you know, you're not choosing second best. You're going for the best. You're going for the person who's got it all, okay? So, you know, that Death card, it literally says here, change, new beginnings, and an end of a cycle. So I'm really excited that that is your foundational card. And crossing it is the Ace of Pentacles there. So this can indicate some of you have been healing from a previous setback in love, or, you know, perhaps there is an energy here of you kind of like being with a person that you thought you were going to settle down with, but there was a separation there. Some of you may have gone through a divorce. It doesn't have to be these things, but it can indicate, for some of you as well, it can be that you just have not met someone who offers you the love that you're looking for. You know, nothing substantial or sustainable. So with this card in the resistance position, you know, you are looking to settle down with a person, but because it's also in the resistance position, it can indicate that you just haven't found what you're looking for right now. And, you know, it says here, opportunity, prosperity, and new venture. And because it's in the resistance position as well as in the upright, it says right now, there's nobody about, okay? There's no opportunity. There is, you know, this stagnancy that already came up in your overarching energy. But suddenly, there is going to be an opportunity that appears, and I feel like you are getting cards that highlight there's like a dynamic duo here where you're going to be partnering up with someone who is very similar to you, is what I see, and is looking for the same things. It's like you have the same life goals, which is really positive. Now, this is the earthly plane position. This is why it's really exciting, because we've got an Ace of Wands, okay? Now, this indicates a sudden transformative energy coming into your life where suddenly, you know, there is a spark. Suddenly there is like a creative endeavor or event or invitation that comes in that transforms everything. So a lot of you with that Ace of Wands energy, this could be some sort of road trip. It could be a travel. It could be like a vacation for some of you. But most importantly, what I want you to be aware of, it's something that you do not usually do. Okay, so if a friend reaches out and says, hey, do you want to go to this festival across town? You're like, oh, I never go across town. So yeah, let's do it. You know, it feels very unusual, whatever this is. It could also be like someone reaching out and saying, should we go on a vacation? For some of you, it could be that you're going to visit family somewhere, maybe overseas. I just feel like you're in action when you meet this person. And this card, it indicates, you know, that you're going to get some sort of like phone call, letter, email, invitation, or something that puts you in your primal power to be like, yes, it's like a spark of like, I can't wait to go to this event, or I can't wait to go to this thing. You know, it feels like you're being offered something. I mean, for some of you, you may literally meet this new person by the sea or by the ocean, for example, but it doesn't have to be. I just get this energy that, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. My guys just reminded me that this is like your friend skirting around the issue that they have feelings for you, okay? So that's something that came there as well. It's like this person, they're very protective over you. And just be a little bit mindful, as I mentioned, because they're not going to be ecstatic that you're meeting someone new, even though they're going to be happy because they want you to be happy. I feel there's a part of them that feels a little bit let down. So they may act out a little bit. So that's something to watch out for. Now, your past position, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this can indicate that you're transforming your luck. It can also indicate that divine timing is in order. You're meant to meet a person when the moment is right. So whether you are 98, whether you are 55, whether you are 18, you know, you are meant to meet a person in accordance with your soul contract. And anyone that you meet who is a karmic, you know, or has given you some challenges in your life, they are lessons for us all to learn about valuing ourselves to a very high degree. So, you know, that song that came out there, it definitely underlined the need to not go for second best, of course, because you are the best. You are the one. So it stands to reason that you're attracting a person who can walk by your side. You know, society has given us this idea that we are searching for our other half, and that actually is not true at all, because you are whole all by yourself. To search for your other half suggests in some way that there is part of you that's missing, and that's, you know, going to always leave you feeling empty. So this is about you kind of like re-falling in love with your life and kind of like knowing that you are enough and that you are whole all by yourself. So this period of reflection is helping you recognize that you're independent, you're free, you're having a glow up, you're really awesome, you're unique. There is no one else out there like you, okay? That's why it's like there is no one out there who is a reflection of you, because you are unique, and that is something that you're here to learn. And as, you know, a secondary energy to that, it highlights that there is a unique person out there who is going to be attracted to you. That's why the mystery of love and chemistry and pheromones and all of those things, we study those things because we're like, how is it you can be in a sea of people who are highly attractive and you're like, wow, they're all amazing, but no one's got that spark. No one's got that thing. What is that thing? That je ne sais quoi. So I feel like, you know, this is about you meeting a person who has that, okay? And with that Wheel of Fortune, you are destined to meet this person no matter what. So what is meant for you will never pass you by. This is fated, okay? As you can see, it says fate, karma, and fortune. So I feel some of you could be reflecting on your karma to date, but I feel there is a change in fortune for you, both materially as well as physically and emotionally there as well. Now, what is the potential position? Okay, I feel like you're elevating in your life right now, and I feel you have a lot of responsibilities there. Four can be an energy, especially when it's the Four of Pentacles, that you could be holding on to something from your past, or there's something that's been holding you back. Sometimes, and again, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, sometimes we can give ourselves excuses, especially if there's no one out there. We can also have an excuse, to say, well, I'm not going to bother, or it can be that just when I get this project out of the way, or just when my children are grown up, or, when I feel a little bit better, all of these things, of course, they're important and we must honor our path, but we must also identify when it becomes an excuse that's holding us back. So we have to hold ourselves to account. This card is all about taking ownership of our circumstances, but it also highlights that you are someone right now who's on a path to being truly happy, mostly from the inside, because of course happiness comes from within. And I say mostly because I feel this new person who's coming in is a welcome addition to your life. And that is going to also make you truly happy there as well. But it says conservation, security, and fragility, okay? So it can indicate that you're realizing, of course, that it's very hard to meet the one, but also that you are going to be in a high-level commitment with a person where you feel secure, someone who does not make you second-guess or question the union. I feel like you're on the path to meeting this person, and, this is a relationship that is truly strong. It's a connection, a bond that can be broken by no other. So I'm quite excited about that. Four Pentacles literally means for keeps. Okay, so I do feel that you are going to be meeting a person where there is longevity to the relationship. And also we've got the Strength card. Now this is in the near future position, okay? The Strength card is a Leo card, so I feel like you are prioritizing your own needs, but this can also be to be courageous in heart, to get out there, to peacock yourself, shine your light. You are unique, remember, and there is no one else like you, so you are the best you can be in this moment. You cannot be Leo in the past. You cannot be Leo in the future. You are here right now, so this is about loving yourself fully. This is a card of compassion. It's a card of assertiveness, but also it is a card of channeling your energy into healthy pursuits. Rather than tearing yourself down in moments of conflict or pressure, for example, it is to elevate yourself and realize that you deserve the best. It says here, courage, inner strength, and conviction. So having the courage of your convictions, going out there, trying new things, very important. So I feel in the next 6 weeks, there is something new, bold, and daring that you actually connect to that puts you in a path to meet someone new. And also, I feel this person has gone through some very similar things as you have in your life, and I feel like they just understand you in a different way. This card is like, release your inner rebel, release the beast within, and be creative, be bold, kind of romance your life a little bit more. So I feel this is about you having more confidence in yourself, and confidence is an aphrodisiac, but you don't have to have this confidence where you're like, I'm the best, or I'm the most attractive. It's like being quietly confident in yourself and knowing that no one else gets to challenge your energy or change how you feel unless you let them. So you've been erecting healthier boundaries to make sure that you live life on your own terms and you re-empower yourself. So I feel there is a gravitas that you have naturally, my beautiful Leo. I mean, when you walk into a room, people look at you, okay? And rather than think, what are they looking at? It's more that you're magnetic and that you're standing there and they're like, wow, what is this presence that just walked into the room? They want to know you. So I feel like you're learning to love that gravitas that you have. And, with the Nine of Pentacles, this is your glow up. This is how you feel about yourself and your advice to yourself in this moment position. So this is about you having that glow up, knowing that you are attractive. This is also about you being discerning about the company that you keep. It's always important, when you meet a person and you think, wow, they're awesome. They're so awesome, but there's just no spark. Don't waste any more time with that. It's really important to say, look, you are awesome, but you know what? There's just not that thing. If we continuously say to ourselves, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it changes. Maybe I will grow into this. then actually we're doing ourselves a disservice. So I feel a lot of you, you are prioritizing your own needs and being satisfied with your own life, because then you'll know that anyone who comes into your life is a welcome addition, okay? I mean, if you look up the meaning of the Nine of Pentacles, it literally means you're fabulous, okay? It means that you're building in self-assurance, you're building security for your life, you're someone who is maybe connecting to self-care practices or rituals, really prioritizing some sort of beauty routine as well. So it can be that, you're getting better sleep, for example. You're looking at your health at this time, and you're basically making sure that you give back to yourself, because you give so much of yourself there. Now, this card is also a card of success and achievement of goals. So I do see a lot of you that you are prioritizing your purpose path. It is a solitary energy, but you're called to be solitary so that you can learn to love yourself, lean into friends a little bit more, connect with, those special important things that are important to you. For example, what sort of things you love doing, that you're interested in, hobbies, traveling, anything like that. So I feel some of you, there are moments of feeling isolated or alone. And I definitely see here you're getting involved or integrated in some sort of activity, whether it's a hobby or whether it's something in your neighborhood or something with friends. I feel this is a catalyst for change for you over the next coming weeks. Now, this is, the circumstances outside of yourself. 8 of Pentacles. Now, the 8 of Pentacles indicates knowledge. You're learning. You are put on pause on purpose when it comes to dating, because you're meant to learn more about yourself, focus on your goals. For some of you, it could be that you've entered into a period of higher education or training, but I feel this is about you elevating your vibration and recognizing that you are, all that you can be and then some. It's almost like the core of you, because 8 is the number of the self. It needed to be rebuilt. Some of you may have had confidence issues, trust issues, or perhaps you've had some level of trauma when you were younger, or over the last couple of years, and you feel like you've been in a period of healing. So this is a repair card, but also 8 of Pentacles can indicate a lot of you are stuck in some sort of habit or routine that you need to break out of that feels comfortable right now. And sometimes, we build security. That's what humans do. They aspire to get money, to build a life of security so they can pay bills and all of the stuff. We have to do that. That's just the way it is. Sometimes people can break free from that through, some sort of structured wealth system, I'm sure. But, ultimately, there is some sort of like repetitive commitment that we have in our lives. And we must make sure that, as we build security, we don't lose the desire to try new things or to come out of our comfort zone or be complacent with the routine, because that's when you get frustrated or restless. And I feel this is you breaking out of a routine right now. Some of you may have even needed structure in order to repair or heal, but I definitely see like all your cards are like staircasing to the sun. So that is more about you learning what makes you happy. The sun can represent ego. It can represent the self. Not ego in a negative way, but, the sun is where things grow, where things expand, where we are happy and enlightened. So I definitely see that you're on that path right now. And, the next card is the Knight of Swords. And it is in the position of the hope and a fear. Okay, so some of you, when you meet a person that you're really attracted to, you may get a little bit tongue-tied or be a little bit shy, for example. Maybe that's where some of you, not all of you, but some of you, there may be a little bit of a confidence issue there, but I feel like you're breaking free from that. The right person is organically going to make you feel open and, able to just talk. When you meet this new person, there is an instant spark, and I feel like you're meeting this person at an event. The Knight of Swords can indicate a lifestyle change, and it can be based on some sort of correspondence that I mentioned earlier, like a phone call, a letter, like an email, maybe even a poster of something that's occurring in the neighborhood, or, maybe some sort of like communication with a friend or somebody that highlights to you that there is something that is taking action in your neighborhood or maybe outside your usual parameters, as I mentioned, and you're going to go and do it, because this is a movement card. I feel like you're moving forward. Also, the Knight of Swords, there's normally a figure on a horse. So again, it's like where there was no movement, now there is going to be movement. So that is a hope, okay? It says here, action, defending beliefs, and impulsiveness. So I feel, because a hope and a fear position, it can indicate that you've been in connections before where things went too quickly, but you have that Four of Pentacles, which means now you've learnt and you're building a foundation. You know what you want, you know what you aspire to be in a relationship and what you feel is fulfilling in a relationship as well. And you're not settling for second best. You're going after the prize relationship that you deserve. So I would say with this in the resistance position as well, because you read the both sides in this position, the upright and the resistance position, this can indicate that some of you have been with a person in the past who's been deliberately cruel. It's like they've looked at you like either they cannot have you because they're emotionally unavailable, but they don't want you to have anybody else. For some of you, this could be also the blocking of a friend. It's like there could be someone who perhaps when you start to get to know a romantic connection, suddenly your friend comes in and goes, I don't know, I don't trust this person. And it can be because they've got some sort of feelings for you. So just watch that. If there ever is a person who's like that, then I would watch out for that. Also, I would say, friends all the time, they will tell you the truth, especially the ones who've got your back. They'll say, yeah, they're amazing, but like wait until you meet their friends, or wait until you meet their family, or like wait until you, know a little bit more about them. Don't rush into anything. If you've got a friend who's saying that, then maybe that's not the friend that I'm talking about. There's someone here who is romantically feeling like lost in you, but they feel somehow they cannot move forward with it. And that's the person who may try to kind of like put a negative spin on a relationship that you feel is going really well. So just watch out for that, okay? But I do see that there is going to be action where there is no action. So some of you may fear that nothing's happening, so nothing's ever going to happen, but that's not true at all. I do see some sort of lifestyle change that you implement, because the Death card is your foundational card and it highlights a change. And your outcome, we've got the Chariot, which is basically triumph. It is you reaching your goal. It's you committing to, the path to love, And again, we've got two turtles there. So it can indicate, turtles tend to be very protective. They have that little shell that they can go into, and of course, turtles represent longevity as well. So I would say that there is a relationship on the horizon for you where you meet a person and it is a secure relationship, but either both of you have been hurt in the past. I mean, the Death card for some of you can represent that you were in a connection that abruptly ended, or maybe someone ghosted you and you're like, what? And you were just shaken and you needed to repair your trust in love. But I feel when you meet this person gives you no cause for concern. You know that there is a commitment straight away. The Chariot card indicates dedication, progress, confidence, success. It also indicates a relationship that is going places. And of course, the Chariot can represent, some sort of travel or vacation there. It says self-control, discipline, and success. So you're not rushing into a relationship when you meet this person. However, organically, you'll be in the flow of this. And I feel like this is your forever person who's coming on in. And we have the Magician. Okay, now as you can see, there's a lot of water flowing down the staircase. So it can indicate suddenly you meet a person who's very expressive, who is strong enough to walk by your side, who tells you how they really feel about you. They're emotionally available. I mean, the Magician card is normally about control. And as you can see here, there's free flowing water. So this person, I feel, is someone who has been there, done it. They've been in a relationship where, the love kind of like dissipated, or they've been hurt in the past, and they promise themselves that they're always going to be like upfront. They're always going to display their emotions because life is too short. And I feel this is a true blue person. This is someone who is always honest, but they may have been with a person in the past who was not, and they were hurt. So I feel you may have had to wait a little bit longer because this person also needed to do some repair work before they were ready to meet you, is what is coming on in. But the Magician card indicates that this is a relationship that's going to be magic. This person is super focused on you. They're creating visions of like the relationship you desire and wanted for your future. It's like what you see as a relationship for your future, this person provides. Okay, and I feel both of you together, it's pretty magical. You know, also the Magician card indicates this person's quite a creative person. It says here, willpower, creative, mastery, creation. Okay, so I would say that you conquer finding a relationship, whether it is something to be conquered or not, I'm not sure, but you know, it's so oversaturated, the dating scene at this moment in time, and it can indicate it's very hard to meet a person. But with the Magician card, it's like if you lock your focus on to what kind of person you want to be with, you know, where you see a relationship going, I always say visualize. You know, that's what the Magician card is. It is a manifestation card. And if you visualize the sort of person you want to be with, what they look like, you know, what cologne or perfume they wear, imagine yourself having, you know, a meal with this person in a restaurant, or going on a vacation with this person, or, you know, taking a shower with this person. Really like have an intimate kind of visualization of being with the person that you desire. Thoughts become things, and you have that Knight of Swords, which means, you know, visualization is the first step. And then, of course, going out there and peacocking yourself and allowing yourself to be seen is the next step. And then you've met the person. I would say the next 6 weeks with the Strength card, you are still prioritizing your own needs, but some sort of event or invitation comes in that piques your curiosity. You go to this event and you meet this person. So love is on the horizon for you. I'm just going to go and get some final cards for you before I close your reading. Okay, so we have true love. I'm loving that. So yeah, I can see all the energy. Your heart space is going to be fulfilled because you're fulfilling it first. You know, you are empowering yourself with love, falling back in love with your life, and you're meeting a person who like is instantly attracted to you, and it is love, but you're not going to rush into this. So I would say, yep, you're meeting someone who matches your soul song, and it is true love. And it's number 3, which is the Empress energy, which means, you know, you are falling back in love with your life. You're nurturing yourself. You're choosing healthier options. And, you know, it can indicate that you've matured and now you know what you want in a relationship, and, you know, what you're going to, oh, wow, what you're going to accept as well. Firstly, we have the key. I'm saying wow because I just saw your trinkets. Okay. Firstly, we have the key. It's so small there, but definitely the key to this is, you know, fate. I feel destiny is putting you in the right place at the right time to meet the right person, but you have to adhere to the signs. So if you have a hunch to go to a place, that's your guide saying, you need to go to this because there's someone we want you to meet. Okay. Now we also have love. Okay. The word love written. I don't think I've ever had this trinket come out. You know, it's been there for years. Maybe it's come out once, but I can't remember it. So yeah, I've never like seen this, I think. So yeah, this is the first. We've got the word love written there. So maybe this person will literally write, you know, the word love. They'll tell you that they love you first, perhaps. But ultimately, it's saying you're on course to meet love, okay? Because you are love. And we have a stork. So if you're looking to have a family, I definitely see there could be baby news, or maybe you're going to settle down and build a family with this person. Now, the stork. For those of you, of course, who cannot have children or don't want to have children, for example, you know, symbolically the stork in the Lenormand deck literally means sudden movement and improvement, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. But ultimately, for some of you, it could be that you hear baby news that triggers these kind of things in motion, you know, hearing the song, getting the news, and then suddenly you meet a person. But it basically means a new arrival, okay? So I would say, because you have that rider there as well, which literally means new arrival, I would say there's going to be a new person arriving in your life, and it is love, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Leo. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo, and love and light.